Back again, guys. This is to finish off that Queen 80th birthday. I've had it in paper. So now I've just got to get this in focus. So, $20.06. And we're starting off with the reverse side. Now, that's the birthday. Where's the birthday? Or is this the TDC side? I didn't write that down. No, this is birthday Elizabeth. Birthday. Where's Elizabeth then? Oh, it must be there. Okay. Do you see all that? Do you see all that? That's what I saw with my eyeglass. So you don't need, it tells you don't need to have this micro magnifier. I can still see these little indentations there, is what I can see. They're like, how can I describe it? So you can even see the reed there. Look, it's come through. So that is what you, as you know, we call a double rim. You can't call this a double rim because this is all part of the teeth. But this most certainly is. And I hope it's the one thing that I've taught you, the ones that are following me, and I'm pretty pleased with that. I notice it's gone up. I think it's 39 I've got now. It means a lot to me because you put up with my ramblings, and I felt you deserved to have this. I know I did promise it anyway in the early videos that I've done, but this is what the BU premise is. What not this is not the Royal Mint. This is the London Mint. It's a palm off of trying to. They've done it really well, saying the London Mint, because most people think the London Mint is the Royal Mint, and it's not. But look at this crap, guys. Look at it. Do you think? No, not you. You think? Do you agree that in anyone's mind deserves to be BU? Does it? To me, it's not. It shouldn't even be EF. Because this is disgraceful. It is absolutely disgraceful. But at least it's not the Royal Mint, you know? And we're getting that with the Royal Mint. It's beyond comprehension. And now look, as we come round, it all sorts itself out. There's a fine rim. Even then you can see the reed, but you can't see the metal. So as I bring it round, you will. But looking down on it, you don't. You don't see that looking down on it, which is the difference. See, even there, look, that's gone away. When when I looked at this with my eyeglass, I couldn't believe it. the mind boggles. You know, coin collectors are out there, and I don't know what coin collectors they are. Because how can you be proud to have that? Because I can't remember. My friend got me this for a birthday present, and like I say, it's been in my coin collection since then. You know, but it's beyond a joke. I mean, look, even though it's still a thin rim now, there's still things wrong with it. And in actual fact, look at it now. Is there even a rim? Look, it's, it's oh, Jesus, beyond belief. Look, yeah, it's actually going in to where the reeds are, the teeth are. Oh my lord! You know this London Mint, they churn out this stuff. You know, the Royal Mint are being not ish- to issue any more coins. I think it's after 2025. No, not 2025. 20. Is it 20? It's sometime in the next couple of years. Um, because of AI, because of banking, the way it's gone, blah blah blah. The Royal Mint have lost their their premise for making decent coins, which, as far as I'm concerned, they aren't. So if I just take some light off of there, I want to show you this milky. Let me take it down a bit more. No, it's going to be hard because it's a really defined thing. This milkiness, because it's actually not a I suppose it's it's not the coin's fault. It's just where the air's got to it after being sealed. You know, because when this was in that packet, you couldn't see any of that. You couldn't see any of that. But so let's sort of bring it around into here. It doesn't show up enough now. Where else was it? I was looking on there. It was just the middle, wasn't it? I was saying you can't really tell. You need the coin to be in front of you. You would tell because it's dull. It's not this like it's not this shininess. As the coin will go on, it will get worse, and that's what they call toning. You can't stop it unless your coins are in a um, vacuum seal thing, which is what collectors go for. They go for these year sets and these commemorative coins because that's what they want. I'm just going to put a bit of light up, see if we can get anywhere. You can tell it's not you can tell it's not a JC coin, but yeah, there's I think it's on the other side, on the obverse side. One of the what one was it with the dot? There's one of these with one of the dot, and it shouldn't be there. I can't remember what side it is. I think it was that one, but I can't swear on it. commemorating. It doesn't say commemorative, which is different. But that, hang on, I prefer to see it with my eyeglass, to be honest. I've just got to find that dot if it's there. No, that must be the other side. Oh, hang on. They're all supposed to be there. So it's got to be the other side. There's a dot, and I don't think it should be there. It is a nice coin. I can't take that away from it. It is a nice coin. But if you're a collector and you've paid £100 and odd, sometimes even £200 for one of these collections, it's mind-boggling. Because even if it's in its own little plastic container, you can't see through the thick bits of the plastic. Do you see what I mean? Does that make sense to you? So even though it's in a capsule, you still can't see elements of that coin. And to be honest, the capsules they use, I'd be surprised if you could see what's around this edge. If that was raw mint, you know. Oh yeah, this coin is definitely going off now. Yeah, yeah, I can see it. It looks like well, it is just milky. It's about the best way you can describe it. And my house is not particularly condensation free, so the air is a bit moist. I have to have a dehumidifier on at times because of the damp that's in these houses, because I'm surrounded by conifer trees, and it stops the air getting to the into the bricks. These they're lovely in the summer because they're quite cool in the summer, but in the winter get bad. See that? See that there? That's not the dot I'm talking about, but you see it? It's not supposed to be there. You know, I know that most people watching these videos won't have a electric magnifier. You know, this goes up to 500, and it's very fine to get a coin in focus. And I don't even think, hang on a minute, I don't even think that there is supposed to be there. So what I'm saying to you is this just loads you, because you can still see this stuff with an ordinary eyepiece. I mean, this is only 4 times this plastic eyepiece that I've just waved underneath here. It's an eyeglass and it's plastic, and you know, it's meant for stamps really. But it's these I can't even, I could point them out. What I was trying to see, No, of course, yes, no, you can see. Because you can see by the teeth and the running. You can see the little dips. And that's what I'm seeing. They're like, what can I describe that as? Because they catch the metal and they do that. They become shiny. But they are specific. They are specific. So let's turn to the obverse. Oh yeah, the obverse side's got it as well, the milkiness. And that's since we've taken it out. So that's been an hour and 15 minutes. This has been out in the air. And as you move around, if you move around in a circle, you can see it. It's just the way, the coin is. Now, look at this. You can't see anything of the outside, okay? I'm turning it up. This is contradictory to the other side. So that's telling you something straight away. If you can't see them reeds, which show up as gold, if you can't see that, then this coin shouldn't have any problems. See, now it's just coming in. It's just coming in. But do you know what there's not? There's no actual rim. And look at these teeth. They're all different sizes. Right. So, TDC, which is coming in now. TDC, right? Now, I showed it as one above the T, which is... Hang on, let that light go. Can you see the tooth above the T? As soon as I move my pen near it, it's going to go. There. I'll bring my C coin back out. Can you see that's a little raised? And then there you have a, whatever they want to call this, because it's not a rim. It's not a rim by far. Not a rim by far. That there is another one, because I got it written down so that I didn't forget. You could even come round. Yeah, I think this is. Yeah, it is. It is that. It is. It's there. It's that one. But this one is swollen as well, like the other one was above the T. Look at that. Look at that tooth. It's missing the top. Honestly, guys, you can't. It makes you wonder what's going on. People are being ripped off, and I mean ripped off. This isn't the Royal Mint. This is the London Mint. Yeah, can you see that above the T now? See that? You can see that run. See just the way the metal shows up. There, look. They glisten. They're like little fairy lights on a Christmas tree. That's what they're like. Something really draws your attention with a Christmas tree with lights. You like the lights and you settle down with it and it's nice. But this beading is a business. This beading, these teeth are diabolical. Absolutely diabolical. I just can't believe it. It's like looking at I'll tell you what this reminds me of, looking at a coin that's from, say, 1870, 1890. You see all this round here? You can't pick that up with, unfortunately, with the eyeglass. You can only pick up real, proper things. That you can't pick up with an eyeglass. So you can't be held responsible if you got conned that way. You would only know it. And I don't even think you can say that that's down to breaking the coin out of its thing, out of its holder, as you saw me do earlier. You know, this is like a washout, basically. That's what that's like. It's like a washout. But you can't see it on the coin. It's terrible. Like I say, with a magnifier, I mean, I've done myself out of money. I know I have. Because I've shown the coins that I've sold. True. And here, look. Can you see here now? Is that the start of a rim all of a sudden? It's a pretty short one if it is. It does you a disservice when you're selling an old coin, because it shows up all, you think how, like, let's say 1890. It's over 115 years, yeah, 115 years old. You think how much that's been in circulation. You know, you really are going to expect to see. But this is why coin collectors. I think this is why coin collectors actually prefer older coins, because the wear is a sign of whether it's good or not, if you see what I mean, in value. It's the same principle. There you are, look. That's a sort of so-called rim, but it's not. That's the beading on the outside of the coin. We did the TDC, didn't we? I'm sure we did. And it says, oh, it's the dot. Is that the dot? Where's the Elizabeth? Oh yes, I think it is. Where's the dot? It says above. It says above. I put a star above it. I'm wondering then if I'm referring to this. But there's a dot. There's something there that shouldn't be there. By that B. But there's a... Just trying to see if I can... No, I'm sure it must be the other side. Because the other side's got more going on. And it was between... And that right. I will flip over again and I'll try to get it for you. But you really need to understand where those dots are and what they mean. But this doesn't even look like a dot. But that is disgraceful. And as you can tell, the teeth are just rubbish. You call it a beading. I wouldn't call this a beading, although it is. You know, to me, it looks more like a cog. But even on the old coins, they had really thick beading like that. But where was the... Oh, right, yes, it's right. It was in the front of the Queen's head. Just trying to see if it will come out. It's there. and then it comes down. So it must be this dark piece. Comes down to about there. Oh, you can't see. Let's try and get this so you can. So I'll just show you. Yeah, it's just that. Actually, I can't do it. I can't get it in all in one. That's, you can't see with my eyeglass, but that's like an indentation, and this and that and that. They're all little pinpricks, if you like. They shine. This is the thing. They just shine. Look, see them on her face. They're like nails in wood. But I mean, look at that. I mean, you can't fault the actual Queen's head. The crown looks really good. Oh, she's got a nice necklace. But it beggars belief. It really is. And like I say, as to where the rim is, it starts here. Look, hang on, let's get my hand out of the way. Yeah, it starts here, just there, because you can start to see. But it's, when I looked at it first off, I was laughing because I could not see a raised edge for the rim. This is just flat. If this coin entered circulation, it would be a terrible thing if this entered circulation, because the Queen's head and hair and anything that's raised will be open to damage. But this coin really is gone. It's gone really milky. Really milky. And that's incredible. Really. But there you go, guys. There's, you can see it here around. There's one. Hang on in, so let's get that in the picture. There's one. There's two. There's three. This is, oh. The thing is, I can't do it because I can't show you. I'm just going to try something. So, I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll just quickly go around here to see if I can get that dot to show up. So we'll get that back into focus. Ah, I wonder if that's it there. That GR, that A. I wonder if that's what it's supposed to. I saw. Where's he gone? Won't be there. Where did that go? That A I said, didn't I? But look at it. Look. Look. Hang on. Let's see if I can get it down again. I don't know what that was. I thought I said the A. So let's bring it round a bit. HM is supposed to have dots. So far, so good. Right, so there's a proper dot. Right, that's a really bold dot. This wasn't a really bold dot. I think it's going to come up soon. See, that's a bold dot. Okay. Yeah, that's the one between. So where's the other then? It's done a bunk. It's gone. Don't tell me that was dirt. Jeez, no, it couldn't have been dirt. It was definitely a dot. And I'm sure it was in between one of these. Like there or there. Or anything like that there. Because I tell you what, it was no way near as big as that. I'm just taking a little bit of light off. Because I feel like I'm being cheated here. Because I thought that would be a Brahma to show you. But I didn't write that down. I've got two arrows pointing to birthday. The birthday part of this. Is it on the other side then? Oh no, we've done the other side, so it must have been dirt and it's just fallen off my glove. I know it was in between letters. But anyway, let's now go. It stands. That's good. I want this to be precise. I think there it is. There. Let's see if the camera will stay. Right. So now let's get a little bit of light up. And you can tell straight away that that's not right. You can tell, look, you can see the gold bit, which is where the light is catching a glimpse of something that shouldn't be there. So you get your see, now you can see them. You can, hang on, let me get that again. I hope you saw that. Get my glove in, and now you can see 1, 2. There's 2 there. That's what I could see before. But look at this. Oh, it's diabolical. Trouble is, I don't want to get too near with a pointer. There. There. The actual teeth, the reeds, are really terribly sharp. Honestly, they're terribly sharp. I mean, you might cut yourself with them, but they take the fluff off of my glove, and that's, really not by doing anything. And they are bold as well. They are bold. See that? And that's what you see on these 50p pieces. It's definitely a ghosting. But I just want you to get a feel of this coin and what it really is. I mean, if I run my glove over the top, I can really feel that, even knowing that it's my glove and not my finger. That's how sharp they are. It's probably the wrong word to use. Sharp. It's I can't know. I can't think of another word. But you can imagine a whole load of coins starting off with reeds that are that sharp, and how quickly they could, bang against other coins and get edge knocks. It makes if you had this coin in your hand, you would understand it. You would understand why these coins, especially silver coins, because that metal's even softer. Um, you know, there's nothing to suggest at all that these outside the reading has been scratched. So that's a sign that. But what is wrong is if you look at those teeth, they go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and they're not supposed to be like that. That's just not supposed to be like that. But you can see by the cuttings that, making edge knocks, you really can if you had this in your hand. And there are minor perfections actually. If I can keep my... No, it's gone. I'll have to use this. But no, that's no good. You're not going to see a darn thing like that. What about a pencil? Hey? That's why you got to have a pointer. I'm just trying to keep it. Come on, where are you then? Oh, there. 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 That's what's been done by the strike. Doesn't mean it's been in circulation. Because when you got reeds this sharp, it will be there. That's the sort of imperfections, because they're actually so tiny, you would expect. And they're so far and few between. See that? That's what BU is allowing. Brilliant uncirculated. So that all these little things, all these little imperfections are being characterized under crap coins being pumped out. See, if your reeds are above the gold, they're not really protecting anything, because your reed's going to be the first thing that go. So that I'm just twisting that around so it's off to show you. So we went something like the Queen's head, because that's a high relief. Unfortunately, my glove's overtaking the... You see how far we can go up and still see the relief, and how low the reeds are. Those low reeds are the what should be. I say loosely. I say that what should be the rim. And you can still see it. I shall try and lift this right with keeping that in mind. So it's very near top centre when you think about how much I've just moved that. So yeah, that's your lot. That's the ultimate that you're going to see, unless I can find his... I've got the OK with my arm now, so hopefully I can get up in the loft. There's one there. Come on, let's have a look, see if that's around the 80th birthday. Commemorating. There's a dot. I just want to take this down, that light down, because it really is. Gracia. Reg. That dot's there. Second. No, it must have been dirt, because it was in between. It was in between something like this, and it just didn't look right. I mean, you can't mistake it, because, I mean, look at them. They are really solid dots. So I reckon something was loose somewhere, which is quite possible, because I've got all bits of fat stuff over my desk. And of course, this being new, it will attract things, little bits of dust. But yeah. See, like that. And that was just lying across the top. But that is terrible. It's not proof, it's not mint, it's not BU, it's really not even EF. Because that is absolutely disgraceful. And that's what I was laughing at originally. I didn't want to give the game away, but that's what I wanted you to see. And you can't even call that BU. You really can't call that BU. In no way. But you have to say, they don't claim to be proof-like. As a fact, I don't think they grade it at all. The London Mint office, nothing there. What's in the blurb here? Ally Cooper nickel, diameter 38.61 millimeters, weight 28.28 grams, and there's nothing there. That even says anything about a grade. So that's let them right off the hook. Because there's no promise of it being anything. But that's what you're being sold. It's junk. And this is what certain collectors want. And that's what they're getting. It's junk. I bet, well, you wouldn't. The only time you would see that is if you're looking at it with an eyeglass. That's how bad it is. So if you've got that like I got that in that card and a plastic surround, you're not going to seal that. And do you remember that? I don't know whether I've said this. Do you remember that £2 coin I saw in the in eBay? And how dull that looked. It shouldn't have even been in a set. That coin should not have been even in a set. It was so blindingly obvious. But I mean, are there people out there that don't know this? I'm trying to think back when I started. I didn't know values of things. I was naive that way. I didn't know the value of what things were. I bought these sets, the early sets, 1970s, round to not 90s, round to the 80s. Yeah, I just took him at face value that they were worth what he said. That was my naivety. But to be bought this as a birthday present, you wouldn't be looking at this because you've got that plastic sheath. So there you go, guys. You've now seen. Unfortunately, you haven't seen the milky side. But see, all where's it gone? All of this, as I've said with my pound coins, this is all shiny. But look at the. You can see what's what. Look, even that's been. Look, that's bad. Let's have a go round on this one. Let's see if we can pick out iffy bits. What's what's going on here? And here, what the heck's that? I don't. Maybe it's Elizabeth II. I think that's probably what that's there for. Yeah, it must be. I suppose it's unique in its. Now look, there, next to that dot that I said, wasn't the dot in between letters. Seeing how it's not uniform even. Look, that is different to that and to that. And there's another one. Oh, guys. Oh, look, there's another one. This coin is a disgrace. And another one. That one's got away with it. And then you come back and this one hasn't. This one's got it. Yeah, no, that dot that I saw was not as big as that. It was more like the one. Where did I see that dot? It was the one where, is it like that? Is that what I was comparing it to? But it looked most certainly like a dot. I haven't seen one. Certainly not on the other side. That's that. No, it's not. Now look, what a scratch that is. Where that's come from, I don't know. I mean, really, of. Is that of? You know? Yeah, look, you can. Hang on a minute. It does look part of my glove. Right. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, it was. Part of my glove. But a strand of my glove. So there you go, guys. Most certainly don't buy anything from the London Mint. Really do not waste your money. I mean, I don't know what they charge for this because they say it's £5, but I can bet your bottom dollar if you took that into a bank, they wouldn't take it. See, £5. But there's nowhere on the gumph to say that it's legal tender. That's telling me it's 12 o'clock at night. I should be getting into my coffin. Or no, I should be getting out of my coffin. Yeah. It's been interesting because I've never seen anything this funny before. I wonder if that. I wonder if that was them. There and there. I wonder if that's what they were I was looking at. I thought it was between the letters, but it could have been them. Yeah, because you don't see it until the A does. You can see it, but if you go into the bright light, it's the only no. Yeah, yeah. I think it must have been those then. But those teeth, the beads, in actual fact, I've only just noticed this myself. Look at the width across the teeth to the edge and watch it go from a thin width, to now, above the Elizabeth, a wide width. That's why you can see all that. That's why you can see all that from around the other side. Well. Because you can just make out, or no, it's very fine, but you see the reading more than anything else. Because there is no rim. And you come up to the £5 and it goes thin again. But I've done that for you. I will still do the coins of a day. Yeah, I mean, I can talk to you about the Royal Mint and our coinage. Definitely going. This is the cashless society we're heading to. Look at that. Some scratches. That's all done while they were being struck. They are what you would call BU, because they're impossible to see. You can't see them at all. But I wish I could show you this milky colour that's come around the Queen, at least. Yeah. So if we're looking to do away with our coinage by 2027 or whatever year it is, they've admitted that's when we're going to be a cashless society, which is really sort of dramatic when you think about it. There's a guy on here. He's done a video on it, and he said, the Royal Mint are going over to fine jewellery, and I laughed. I just laughed to myself. Fine jewellery. They can't even produce coins, God, I'd love to get one of their £2 or guineas. I'd love to get hold of one of those. Oh, see what that's like. God, blimey. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't know if I didn't know. Looking at it through the plastic, that it was anything like this. No, it's not. That is an actual scratch. That one running along widthways there, that's an actual scratch. See, you can see all these. It does it really a disservice because you can't see it with the naked eye. Yet to a coin collector, that would shout no. And if they saw the edge, they'd run for the hills. I tell you. Yeah. So it looks like with national identity cards, and all that AI, it's looking grim. It's looking grim for the coin collector. What's that? What the heck was... Let's have a bit of... Oh, where's that come from? Oh, yeah, bit of dirt. And there's a reason why you shouldn't handle coins. Prime example of it. Yeah, so we've gone through all that Prince Charles to King Charles, all that from, I think it's 2023 to 27, only 4 years. Yeah, no thanks. They'll be worth money. Because I've not seen any of King Charles coins. None of it. I bought a set of BU to do. I must have done it to do a video on them. I'm sure I've done it. If I haven't, I should have done. I could always do it because I've still got the coins. So there you go. Yeah, I do thank people that have subscribed. I hope you've had a laugh. If not anything else, the serious side of it is just beyond me. It really is beyond me. But I'm glad I've done it. You know, it's a bit late getting 39 subscribers now when I've sort of really finished. But I will keep an eye out for the rims, the reeded rims on the 50p, £1, and 20p, as we've just found out recently. All those coins bear this ghost reading that shouldn't be there. Actual fact, I might even do that. Actually, I might even do that with you because I've got three special. I collected three special coins through loose change. No, that's a lie. Two of them were through light change. One of them was in the set of BU. Cost me. The set cost me. I think it was just under just over £13. But one of the reasons I wanted them is that on the back of King Charles' neck there was a privy mark. Some people don't like them, some people do. It's like having a oh no, it's gone from my head. What are they called? Mint marks. A privy mark is sort of the same, but some people think that's not sort of worth anything or adds value. But it does. If you've got a mint mark obviously makes it more valuable because it's actually determining the mint. And I would imagine the privy mark is the same thing. Yeah, I might even do that. That could be another video. I just got to dig them out. I know they're behind me somewhere. And like I say, they are. I'm sure I've covered it. I'm sure I have. Trouble is going through. I can't believe I've done 200 and odd videos. Jeez. Yeah. So I'll see you later, guys, and I will try and keep up with Change of the Day. And I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't disappear for your subscribing rather. I've enjoyed it. I just hope you have. Bye.